Hey guys, welcome back to Spilling the Reality with Trisha and Kylie on the Hantz show. If you are new here, welcome aboard. Drop us some comments as we go through our episode, and we'll be sure to get them. If you have questions on what's going on in the house, then you're in the right place. Um, if you are just wanting to chat, drop us some comments as we go through the episode, and we'll gladly get to those as we are chatting about all things happening on the feed. Today, we're going to talk about what happened with the Power of Veto ceremony, our thoughts on the basement comp powers, and who has that third one, as well as where Tyler is currently playing in his game and if he's gotten any better at mending those fences. So those are just a few of the topics we're going to be hitting on today on RealiTEA. So if you're not here for spoilers and you're wanting to stay spoiler free this season, then you should probably close out of this and check us out after the episode. So let's get started where we left off yesterday. Oh, and before we get to the episode, I want to just give myself a pat on the back for being here today and being present, because last night I was on with Russell drinking and we had a good time. So if you didn't catch that last night, we had a great time talking a little bit about Big Brother, a little bit of not about Big Brother. So
more not about Big Brother, just loosely about it.
Yeah. Hey, Josh, we have Josh here. He was on with us last night. So glad to have Uncle John. Says you made it. What's up, everyone? Good afternoon. Yeah, I made it. I survived the night, and here we are. So we're gonna dive right into all things Big Brother. The first thing, yeah, if that's not the teaser.
We're going to definitely be, me. I am going to be making a compilation video of Trisha as a potato, Russell in a dress, everything that you need to see, and if you don't want to watch all 2 hours of the craziness. But
the highlight reel is going to be gold from that thing.
Yeah, super fun.
The potato survived. Yeah. Thank y'all for joining. We had fun last night. So y'all go. It's on Russell's page. So if you subscribe, you will get notifications every time Russell goes live. Not only when we go live, but also when Russell goes live with his crazy shenanigans. You never know with him. So we had fun last night. All right, let's dive in. Big Brother.
All right, let's talk about the veto competition. The veto competition, and the players selected for that were the HOH, Christmas, our 2 nominees, Bay and Day, and then Danny, Ian, and Nicole. So this is actually pretty favorable for Bailey or Davon. In terms of, like, you don't have any of the guys in there that are the comp beasts. So, this is probably the best draw that they could have asked for without having maybe like
all girls except for Ian. And Ian's with Nicole. So, I mean,
yeah, it could have been worse. So this is kind of favorable for them. We know that the comp was the one where once you're eliminated, you pick a prize, and then you either get a prize like money or a punishment or a costume. We're thinking that it may have been like the race one, possibly the one that Christmas was thrown in her season, because we get a comment that a couple people false started. So obviously that makes us think it's a race. And we know that the first one out of the comp is Davon.
This season has false started so far. Yeah.
I mean, on par for the season, no shocker. Davon goes out first, so that completely takes her out of the running. Really disappointing. Like, she was so close to winning the HOH. You're hoping that she can pull it out and get this veto and save herself, but no. And we know that she ends up with winning $5,000. So at least that's a consolation prize.
Yeah, so we see they fall out pretty quickly, or that's what we're hearing on the feeds anyway, because we can't see the competition. The feeds are down. We're just having to go off the conversations that are happening.
Yeah, and they're saying that she false started. So, like, not only did she not win, but she eliminated herself, basically.
Yeah, so Davon gets the $5,000. Nicole gets a unitard, so she is not a winner of the veto comp. So here's her unitard. She has to walk around with this, and y'all, this thing is huge. It's gonna be hilarious. Like from the back, it's like a huge box.
Yeah, it's like a cereal box. Yeah.
Yeah.
And if y'all had any doubts, if she brings up Janelle when she is having to do a costume, then you would be 100% correct, because she's already bitching about, like, it has this long blonde wig, and she's bitching about how she wants to take the wig off. And, it's not fair. Like, I even have to wear this in the pool. And Janelle didn't have to wear her whole star costume. So the ghost of Janelle lives into another week, haunting Nicole Franzel. But we know that Nicole actually, I guess, swapped Davon and took the punishment and gave Davon the money. So if you have any doubt if Nicole is doing this for airtime, let's put that to rest. That's definitely why she did it.
She's a social media influencer that doesn't like to talk about anything social media related, air quotes, on Big Brother.
Right. And so she wants this costume so that, once again, she can play the victim about, it's not fair. She's got to wear the whole costume. Janelle didn't have to. It'll get her some airtime. And plus, she feels like she is, rewarding Davon for giving her the casting vote. We get this comment from her of, well, Davon gave me $500,000 so I can give her $5,000.
So we see Nicole doesn't win. She gets this costume, and then we move into Bailey also loses. So both of the nominees have lost the competition. And Bailey's punishment is that she has to ride a tricycle in the backyard 500 times in 12 hours.
And if she didn't, then she would not be able to compete in the veto comp if she's in the house next week.
You can't say words like "fuck you" and then drive off on your tricycle. Wait. And a horn. You can't say that.
Yeah, so she's just riding her bike in the backyard round and round. And I wanted to talk about this for a second. So she gets this punishment, and like you said, she can't compete in the veto next week. And I'm like, if you're Bailey, do you do this because you're the target and you know it?
Yeah, like, I think there could have been a little bit of strategy to this where she could have maybe not completed it. Like, hey, don't get rid of me. I can't even compete for veto. Like, nominate me again, and I can't compete for veto. And that, takes me out of the running. But not only does she get this punishment and complete it, she fucking kills it, guys. Like, she knocks out
so quickly.
500 laps in like 3 hours. No kidding.
I would puke.
Yeah, I mean, and like the track kept breaking, and so she was like pedaling with one foot. I mean, she really, really killed this. And so I don't think this was necessarily her best move game-wise, because it is going to make people look at her as a strong competitor. And a lot of people are using that as like the difference between Bay and Day is they don't think Davon can win comps and they think Bailey can. So her going out and just beasting this may not have been her smartest game move.
Yeah. And so going into who won the comp, Danny gets a swap pass. So she she has a pass. If she gets put on swap, she can use her pass, so she doesn't have to be on swap. And then Christmas is the winner of the
default winner, because I'm pretty certain Danny and Nicole both did better than her, but they chose to not take the power. So and there's something that said about Ian and that he didn't even play in it, so I don't exactly know what that is. That'll be interesting to see whenever
on Wednesday
the episode airs. Yeah. But let's talk about, do you think Christmas wanted that tricycle? Because we know that she likes to roll around on a scooter, and if she was riding the tricycle, who would she have tried to run over?
She would have probably rode that tricycle all the way to her ex-man's house with his new woman, honking the horn all the way there. Yeah. Christmas probably wanted that comp just for more clout, to be honest. I mean, we saw her with the Baby Star Alliance. We got some comments yesterday, y'all, and people were saying that we're too hard on Christmas. But y'all, we're not that hard on her. We were just giving you all the information. Shit.
Right.
Like,
and I mean, Russell's planning on them being boyfriend and girlfriend and eventually ex-husband and ex-wife. So, we're just hanging on around a game level.
Yeah, Russell, we joke with Russell that he's trying to be killed by her. That's how he wants to go off of this planet. And he seems pretty down for it. That was another conversation we had last night. So check out more if you're interested in Russell's dating life.
Yeah, there's lots of tea there, guys.
Fast forward. Kylie's like, yeah, we're not talking about this anymore. Can we rewind really quick and go back to the basement comp? Because, y'all, yesterday we talked about, we know that Danny is one of the comp winners and Christmas is another comp winner. And we don't know who the third one is. And so we were like, today, we're going to find out today. Y'all, we didn't freaking find out. Whoever has this power is a master at keeping a secret. And we are pissed about it. We're not happy about that.
Yeah, we'll find out in the episode tonight. I really think that it is probably going to be Tyler or Cody. I don't think anyone else can keep a secret. And everybody's kind of suspecting that it might be Kevin. And Kevin Cam talks last night and is saying how bad he did in the competition. So I really don't think that it's going to be Kevin.
We have some really good comments over here that we got to put them up. Aiden says, Aiden's dyeing his hair pink, by the way, y'all. This is Aiden who's dyeing his hair pink if David wins the show. So
Aiden, can you just go ahead and change your name to pink-haired Aiden?
Yes.
That would be appreciated.
He says Russell is the father of those star babies. Russell wishes he was the father of Christmas's star babies so that she could run him over with her car.
With her scooter or her tricycle.
Aiden says it's David. David won the power.
Aiden, are you just trying to project this with your love for David?
He is. Y'all, Aiden, did you not hear us yesterday say that he lost both of his shoes in this competition? He has an IQ of 187, y'all. There's no way he won this comp.
Yeah, no. And then the real VB, okay, coming with it, and brings up this, if y'all did not see it on Twitter, but Janelle said that the sloppies, y'all, this isn't coming from us. Don't get on to us for being Nicole haters. We're just letting y'all know the news.
We're spreading the message.
We're spreading Janelle's message, but Janelle lets everyone know that sloppies stands for sloppy seconds. She continues to just slay this girl.
Sorry, not sorry.
Yeah.
So we still don't know at this point. We'll find out on the episode tonight. They'll say it in the DR. And we'll get to watch the competition. So
who do y'all think it's going to be?
You'll get to watch David lose his shoes. We'll get to watch Nicole lose her pants. Let us know. Who do y'all think it's going to be? Okay, so Kylie thinks it's Tyler.
Yeah.
I think it's Kevin, along with the rest of the house. Kylie really thinks he lost, and I'm just like, I know it's not Enzo, so.
I just feel like Kevin and Enzo, they talk too much. They would definitely tell people if they had won. If David won, he would probably be like, I won a competition, and he would have announced it to the house. There's zero chance David wins this. I'm going to go ahead and put all my money on that.
There's zero chance. I think, honestly, even if David actually was the best at the competition, that CBS wouldn't give him the win because he wouldn't know what to do with it. And so they would defeat the purpose. So, David's out. It's really between Tyler, Cody, and Kevin. It's one of those three.
Yeah. I don't think it's Kevin. I think Kevin talks too much too. I think that, especially with him Cam talking, there's no reason for him. He's up. It was late at night. He was by himself. There's no way that he wouldn't have told America. So I'm telling y'all.
Kylie, he just give him benefit of the doubt. Bye. It's not.
He's
Tyler.
my captain. He's my captain. So I would love it if Kevin wins, but I think it's going to be Tyler. We'll see. check back tomorrow.
Cam K says Albert Einstein's is about 160. Okay, David, 187. You sound like Raven.
Yeah, I think that David and Raven actually met in Mensa. So.
Oh man. Darcy thinks it's Enzo. Okay, Darcy. Enzo's a talker. I don't know. I feel like he would say, but we'll see tonight, guys. So y'all let us know what you think in the comments when it comes to who won the comp. All right.
But moving on to after the veto comp, the feeds come back up, and Bailey is super upset, y'all. She's crying, and she just feels really defeated. They know that the target is super big on them. One interesting thing that Bailey and Davon do that I wish we would have seen Janelle and Kaser do is they do go to Christmas together. And I feel like I don't think Christmas is going to do anything, but I feel like approaching the HOH like, hey, we're both here. We will work with you. Like, putting that pressure on them to try to do something is a really smart move whenever you're on the block with your ally. I feel like going separately, there's no chance.
Janelle and Kaser should have done this, honestly. Like, as much as we're Janelle and Kaser stands, I think we even talked about this. Janelle and Kaser should have gone together to the HOH and talked about it because
it was Tyler, and I think Tyler would have been receptive to it, but they didn't. So anyways,
Aiden changed his name to Pink Hair Aiden.
Yay!
And he says Enzo be like, I won the comp, yo.
Yeah, exactly. I feel like he would for sure. Yeah,
he would definitely tell.
I'm a comp beast, yo. I won a safety suite. I won an HOH. I won a POV, and now I won the basement comp, yo.
I'm coming for Janelle's record. I never won a comp in my life, but here I am.
And Christmas thinks that she's gonna break the record, guys. Like, yes, she did win the safety suite outright. Let's give her some credit there. But homegirl, you won the HOH by default, and you won the POV by default. So, yes, you technically have 2 wins, but you're not quite the comp beast yet that you're projecting yourself to be. I mean, it's obvious.
What is up with these house guests, like, wanting to come for this record?
Like who gives a damn? Play the game! Who cares about winning the competitions? Play the game! Do something!
Okay, so Christmas's target is clearly Bailey. They go and talk to her about it. Bailey and Day know, like, Bailey's the one that Bailey wants to go. We talked about this. Okay, nothing's changed since yesterday, y'all. Except for Enzo. So, not that this has changed, because Enzo kind of always seems to be a little bit lost. Like, him and David are a little bit there together. That 187 IQ is just really getting to them. Yeah. So they have a conversation about who's he talking to? Who's Enzo talking to in this?
Oh, I think he's talking to Christmas.
Oh yeah, he's talking to Christmas, and he says Christmas asks, so like, what are your thoughts this week? And Enzo was like, we definitely need to try to lock the nomination, Joe, and then we need to get rid of Davon.
But you probably don't want that, do you? I'll vote however you want to vote. So he like backtracks, like, oh shit.
That's not where we were headed with that one, huh?
Yeah, that's not what you were going for, was it? That's not what you were gonna say.
Cam says Tyler, Enzo, and Cody said to each other that they better not pull out a power after saying they don't have one. It's Kevin. Then it's obviously
Kevin. It's not Kevin. I'm just gonna go ahead and just with Tyler's track record of keeping his cloud power a secret last year, like the only person he told was Sam, which ended up being a big mistake. So I think that he is not going to tell anybody.
Okay, Kylie. I don't think Kevin's going to tell anybody, and we're going to find out tonight. And
really, Kevin?
Kevin! Bye. All right. I agree with you, Cam K. So anyways, I mean, I know they said that. I know you're just giving facts and providing us with information, but I'm also going to take that as you're taking my side. There's another good hair dude out here.
Okay.
Not to be confused with Pink Hair Aiden. Anyways, why is the game so bad? Shaking my head, just catching up, and nothing has changed at all. You're exactly right.
Literally nothing.
We wish we
Y'all.
could come here and be like, guys, all this shit happened. But it hasn't.
Yeah. I mean, literally, like for the past 5 weeks, we have come in here and it has been basically the same conversation with just slight variations every day for 5 weeks. So
And it's been really hard, y'all. This is hard on us. So we really do our best to keep you guys entertained.
because
so thanks
the
for your
house is not
comments.
entertaining. Yeah.
Yeah, you guys are the most entertaining part about
Yeah.
doing this show. So thanks for your comments. All right. So Enzo's on the wrong side. What's new? And that takes us to Tyler. What's going on with Tyler?
So Tyler is continuing to try to mend fences a little bit. He did get kind of caught up in Danny finding out that he was pushing for her to be backdoored. So where we said Christmas is doing her best to keep this alliance together, like she thinks that they are just going to beast it out and win all the comps to Final Six, which they might. I mean, that's how things have gone. But Tyler and Danny, I'm telling you, they're both such good game players. They're coming for each other. Whichever one gets power first, I really think is going to strike. But, Tyler is trying to be like, no, I didn't say that. And Danny knows that he did. And Danny confronts Cody about having Tyler's back more than hers. And Cody's like, no, I've got your back. And I think that he's being truthful. Like, I really think that when it comes down to it, he is going to have Danny's back over Tyler. So
I think so too. I also think his
Tyler,
loyalty lies with Nicole more than Tyler.
yeah. So Cody's in. We talked about this last night in the drunken video, and
Did we?
yes, we talked about who is running the house, and I don't know if he's necessarily running the house because I think Derek is from the outside, but
Derek is, but Cody is definitely in the best spot.
Cody is in the best spot. He's got this triple threat alliance with Enzo and Tyler. He's in the committee. He's got a deal with Nicole, and then he's also super close with Danny and Nicole. And so Cody's in a really, really great position, except for the wall yeller and kind of Ian. Nobody really.
Pacer blowing all that shit up.
Yeah. I mean, nobody in the house really, except for maybe Ian, is looking at Cody. So he's in a great position.
Yeah. We agree for once. Cody's running the house. Well, we have another comment here, which is going to take us into our tweet of the day, because it's spot on. From Christy, says, any chance of having an America HOH? They're boring me to tears. You and us both, sister, we're all in the same boat here. But that takes us to our tweet of the day, which comes from the one and only
15 Helen Kim.
Yes. Let me stop sharing this comment. Oh, no, I stopped sharing the wrong thing. Technology really gets in my way sometimes.
Wait on it.
All right. There we go. There we go. All right. So Helen Kim from BB15 at Helen Kim Fit 76 says, CBS Big Brother, this is the most predictable start to a season with no strategic gameplay and manipulation. It's more like expect the expected. Here's an idea. Bring back the BB15 twist with a third nominee picked by the viewers. This can quickly start the drama we're all craving. And we picked this tweet because accuracy.
Preach, Helen. Preach, Helen. We are all here for this. The producers have got to do something to turn it up. And even the house guests, they know, y'all. Like, they keep saying, this season sucks. Yeah, no shit. It does suck.
At least they know, I guess.
Do something.
I don't know. Yeah, so I support this idea. It's the best one I've heard yet of anything happening in this house. Bailey's going to go this week, y'all. Nothing big changing in the house. We'll see the veto ceremony happen tomorrow, not today. Veto ceremony will happen tomorrow, and something else that's happening tomorrow that's probably way more interesting than what's going on in the BB house is that we're having BB19 Kevin on our show tomorrow at 12 o'clock Central Standard Time, and I'm going to pop his little mojo picture up here. Just kidding. I don't have it. I lost it.
Okay.
No.
Yeah, everyone knows Kevin, super stylish, super cool. It's a holiday tomorrow, y'all. I know a lot of you won't be working, so make sure you join us. We'd love to have a lot of really good questions and a chat going for Kevin. We'll get all of his thoughts on everything happening in the house and what he thinks about Christmas's gameplay and what he would do if he were in the house. So
Yeah, so we're excited to have Kevin on. We'll also have on our social media, our Instagram and Twitter, we'll have a tweet started for a thread for you to ask questions on. We'll have a Instagram story where you can drop the questions in there. So please do that so we can group them all together before tomorrow's show. We'll get those up right after our show. We'll also get up all the clips that we've shared. We'll get those up on our social media. So be sure to go follow us. At RealiTEA_TRHS, popping it up on the screen for those watching. Our Instagram and Twitter handle are the same, at RealiTEA_TRHS. So give us a follow on social media. We post everything there before we are able to get it here. So that's exciting. We also retweet all of the good stuff on our Twitter. So it's gold mine. Easy one-stop page to follow for everything going on in the house. So check us out on social media. Don't forget to subscribe, thumbs up, and comment on our video, because that's how we get to reach everybody and share. If you think this is a good show, then share it with your friends. Give us a thumbs up. Help us out. We enjoy bringing this boring content to you, but in the most entertaining way possible.
I mean, we love the comments while we're live, but if y'all can also leave comments on the video once it's posted, that helps with the algorithm of getting the video out to more people. So if y'all could help us out like that, that'd be great.
Even if it's just an emoji, y'all, just anything, just a
or
comment.
In the words of Kevin, a mojo. Drop us your favorite.
But for real, drop us your questions for Kevin on our comments today. That would be great. Anything else, Kylie? Did we miss anything?
That's it.
All right, guys. Well, cheers to that. Cheers to a short show today. Short and sweet. Drop us a comment, drop us a like, and subscribe. Bye, y'all. See you tomorrow. Bye.